All right, so we're going to dissect Marcelo Garcia's arm in north south choke that he hit last night on Imanari. So I've actually never seen a variation like this. This is the arm in north south choke. So I'm just going to get Liam here in north south. Let's turn this way. All right, so right over here. We're going to go arm in, and like I said, it's a variation I've never seen before. When we're here, we were playing around and found that thumb facing up for the strangle arm seems to be it seems to engage the bicep the most and give us the most closure on the artery. So we're playing with this thumb up grip, and I'm just going to reach over the top and take like a teacup and saucer grip. So I'm here, and when I set this up, I'm trying to bring my choking arm as deep as it'll possibly go. So my arm is actually quite relaxed, but I'm bringing it as far across my center line as I can, and then I'm going to grab that teacup and saucer grip. So now when I start to sink down, I'm not squeezing yet, but I'm going to now push Liam's head as far as I can into my arm. So now I'm pushing with my body, bringing him that way. So there's kind of two variations that we found successful. The first one we'll go over is the one that Marcelo did. In this variation, he actually looked away to the side of the strangle arm, sinking back and dropping his shoulder and pushing his lat muscle into Imanari's neck. So here, flex my muscles, and I drop back. So I'm always trying to drop back, dip my shoulder down, and engage all of the muscle groups that are surrounding Liam's neck. At the same time, I'm also pushing his head into the arm, like we discussed. The other variation we could look at is looking away from Liam's head, looking down on this side, which is the side that I've used more for north-south. In this case, I can really drop my shoulder down and accent my shoulder like I'm really like turning it down and dropping it into Liam's neck here. So I can get a really nice finish like that. I can get a really nice finish looking this way and finishing both ways. So let's now switch angles. We can see it from the other perspective. Just go over here. Just scoot down. So we'll see as I set this up. Who knows? Maybe I was in north-south and I just took a reverse crossface on my partner, and I'm going to shoot that arm as deep as I can. So my arm is quite relaxed, thumb pointing up, and I take my teacup and saucer grip. Now as I sink down, I'm also going to push everything into that elbow pocket. As I sink, I want to think about dropping my shoulder down into the base of Liam's neck, and I'm going to start to slowly engage all of the muscle groups that surround his neck as I try and take my shoulder to touch the floor. I am not trying to pull his head off the floor. I want to sink everything down. Then I could do the actual variation that Marcelo did last night, which is where he looks towards the strangle arm. And when you do this, it really does a good job of pushing your pec into your partner's chest. So I'm not sure which one is right or wrong. They both seem to work quite effectively, and they feel slightly different. So I recommend that with your partners, you practice both of them. So again, I'm here. I move into Liam's head. I start engaging my shoulder down and squeezing the muscles around. Let's do one more variation where they can see the top of your head here. Let's turn this way. Again, I get a nice deep grip. You can see my thumb is pointing up. I lock my hands, and then I push everything into the crook of my elbow here. Now I can finish facing away from the strangle arm by sinking down, and I can finish by pushing. You can see my lat muscle and my pec pushing into the side of Liam's head, and I can get a finish there as well. And the whole time I'm just using this teacup and saucer grip. So awesome to see Marcelo back in competition. Thank you for showing us a new technique.